Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys? I hope everything is good for you. I have been on a short sabbatical from my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry about that. But the last reading I did for you was at the end of August for the total solar eclipse, and it was insane. I remember it. You had all these major arcana cards, all these big changes, and I remember it not only because of that, but because I had the most views of any video that I've ever posted from you guys. I think it was like almost 3.4 thousand views, and that's so amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I felt so amazing about that. So I really wanted to do your guys' reading as soon as a Sagittarius commented. I think they commented on my Taurus video I just posted. She asked to do the Sag reading. I was like, okay, yeah, for sure, because you guys were so amazing last time, and I loved all your comments and stuff, and it was really cool. Of course, there was one Sagittarius who had to say, you know how you guys are, you're not afraid to say what's up, and she was like, no, this did not resonate. I don't know what you're talking about. But you know, this isn't meant to work for everyone. And also, a big thing is these readings are linear, or not, excuse me, not linear. You know, I say for the month of November, but you may not experience these things until a month later, and then go, wow, okay, yeah, you know, so it might not make sense at the time, but anyway, it might not make sense at all, who knows. But I was just super happy with you guys. Okay, so we've got a couple of cards out. I'm gonna just keep shuffling and see what else is going on. We're just gonna go intuitively and see what the cards say, because I don't know, I have to check back in with everyone. I've been gone for so long. But so what's funny is, what I was thinking about is you guys having issues with, or struggling with, like, with the traditional world right now, just having to follow these rules of like, okay, you know, this is how you're supposed to live, and like settling down being tough for you. So people that are married or just recently married, I think it's a real new thing, because a lot of Sagittarians are independent people, and they're travelers and they're wanderers, and so when you settle down into like a suburban life, it can feel sort of like you're trapped or something. So I don't know, some of you may be feeling that. It's not that you don't love your life or love your partner if you're married or anything like that. It's just different for you. It's like adapting to a new environment and feeling almost like you have a leash on you or something. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't ring true for any of you, but it's what the cards kind of look like to me too. So so far we've got the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling blocked, not wanting to look at our surroundings. It's totally in our head. It's not really the case, because that ribbon is super loose. She could get out of this thing whenever and move on, but for some reason she doesn't want to. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Fours are about, like I was talking about, foundation, firm foundations, a steadiness, a sense of security. But the Four of Pentacles is having built strong walls around you and having kind of an unhealthy relationship with your current foundation, that current stability. So hoarding your money or feeling like you're holding on to something super tightly because you don't want to lose it, and so your perception becomes sort of morphed. And I think for you, Sag, that's kind of what I mean, is like this structure, this, like, you feel like trapped in, you feel like everything's kind of the same, you know? The sun, beautiful. So, yeah. Not being able to see the sun, not feeling like you're getting enough simplistic joy, enough, like you're working and doing all the right things and all the basic things, but you're not feeling that surge of passion involved in it, you know? Okay, the Knight of Cups. So let's look. Hopefully my light doesn't shoot off like it did in my last video. Yeah, okay. Okay, I hope you can see that, because I can't. So the Knight of Cups is a romantic knight. Knights are about movement, they're about action, they're flexible, they're adaptable, but he's really dreamy. He's really got his head in the clouds. This could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer person if you are in a relationship with one of those people. But I almost feel like this is your energy, like you're missing that, like your head is in the clouds, sort of. Thinking of the simpler times, the less responsible things in life, feeling like you want that romance, that unpredictable spark again. Your connection, if you are already in a relationship or dating someone for a long time, your connection could be feeling kind of dull, like you need to spice it up, and you know, you need your romance back, or like see the Six of Cups now, acts of kindness, times of simplicity, times when we were children and our responsibilities were very minimal, when all we had to do was enjoy, versus now a time when we have to hang on to our money because we have to pay bills with it. We have to be responsible. We're boxed in by what society wants us to do, by the rules and regulations, by what's considered to be someone who has their shit together, you know? And for you, that's not how you see it. It's a morphed view for you, because I feel like you disagree with that in a way. You like to be more explorative and less concrete about how people should be, how relationships should be, how life should be, how money should be spent, how jobs should be, you know? And you're kind of craving that romance, that pleasure, acts of kindness, like I said, within your relationship. If your partner hasn't been being very romantic and offering, buying you flowers or taking you on dates, or being, you know, offering you back massages or things like that, it's like you feel like you need that back into the relationship. If you're totally single, you may have a water sign person that's eyeing you or wanting to do something with you, create memories with you, something like that. This could also be an ex-partner coming back in and you not quite knowing how to react to that, not knowing if it's a good thing to give them another chance, or this could also have to do with children. Anybody who is a mother or father and recently, or a new parent, will tell you that having children, I don't even have children, but many of my friends, I've heard this a bazillion times, having children drastically changes your life, drastically changes your level of responsibility. It drastically changes what you prioritize in life. And it changes your memories. It changes your relationships, your marriage, because where you used to put all your love and romance and effort, emotional effort into your significant other, a majority of that emotional charge goes to your children, right? Instead of your mate. And so finding a way to have that joy both romantically and with your kids or child. So that could be a feeling of why we feel a little stuck. So if you're the father and, or the male in this scenario, you could be wishing that your wife or significant other was paying a little more attention to you, was showing you a little more affection. You're remembering the times when you first were dating and how that was, and you're hanging on to that. You're hanging on to how it used to be before the children were born, or before all these responsibilities, came and you had to change your focus. And I think the same goes for a wife, feeling like you aren't as pretty, you aren't as glamorous, you aren't doing as many things for yourself, or needing to put more emotional effort into your husband or partner and not just your children, and make a conscious effort to focus on that intimacy that between you two. So, yeah. The Seven of Swords. I don't really know what that's about. I really don't know what that's about. That doesn't go with what that's about, Well, sevens are about strategy to me, and swords are our intellect and our communication. So it could be finding a clever way to generate, like I said, that intimacy with your partner, or a clever way to distract your children so that you can have a romantic time with your partner. It could be feeling like you've been robbed, of your some sense of, like I said, fun, or it's just all about responsibility. It's not about fun and enjoyment as much for you. So it makes you feel like, or even escapism, like you want to just pack your stuff and bounce, and then your husband or wife will wake up and kids and be like, whoa, where's mommy? Where's daddy? And you're like, I checked myself into a motel and I'm having a spa treatment right now. It could be something like that, just being tricky in that way, or thinking of little tricky things to do that encourage this joy. Yeah. So 8 of Wands. Communication, travel, movement, fast pace, a lot of things coming at you. A lot of responsibilities coming at you. Taking a vacation, flight. Some of you could have to travel for work a lot. And so when you do travel for work, you miss home a little bit. That's one. If the other scenario I was talking about, you could be missing your children, feeling boxed in by your responsibilities at work, and like work is robbing you of the time that you would spend with your loved ones. And the 8 of Wands, to me, when we talk about communication, it's about needing to do that, needing to communicate. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you're not getting what you want, you've been robbed of your joy, you are boxed in, you're trapped, you're feeling like you want to get tricky on people. Because Sag, I wouldn't put anything past you. You're not tricky in a negative, bad, horrible way where you're a thief or something like that. You're gonna rob someone. It's tricky more like all of a sudden you'll just switch up and change what you're doing and nobody will know what hit them. The Page of Pentacles at the end, huh? Yeah, that kind of tricky. I want one more card after the Page of Pentacles to kind of see, because we have 2 knights and a page, so some characters going on here. This is definitely the card of Sagittarius. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but more Sagittarius than anything. That's like your direct nature, you know. Let's move, let's go, let's roll, let's do this. I'm down. What time we leaving? Oh, nobody wants to go with me? I'll go by myself. Where are we going? Let's find some adventures to have. The Knight of Wands is moving. He's fast. He's fun. He's energetic. He's outgoing. He's well-traveled. He's not the type of guy or girl that settles down easy into a structured environment, into a super tight leash relationship or a super tight leash job. They like a job where they're out doing stuff, not behind a desk, you know. A job that requires travel is good for a Sagittarius because they like that movement. Standing still is not, they're going to try to figure out a way to get out of it if they have to be still for too long. They'll get tricky. They'll get clever, and all of a sudden wake up and they book themselves a 5-day cruise without you and without the kids, and they're gone, you know? That kind of tricky. The 2 of Swords. Yeah. It's like feeling like all you want to do is use your thoughts. You don't want to use your heart. You don't want to look. You don't want to see. The same girl here. This trapped feeling, this I'm closing my eyes, I'm not looking around scenario. This one is a little more passive than this one, but still, it's like something's making you not want to face the exact situation in front of you. It's like you want to look away. You want to move. You want to do something. You want your partner to... Oh, that was flipped over. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, standing up for yourself, shooting out ideas, standing your ground, defending your actions and your thoughts. If you do feel trapped or feel stuck in your relationship, like you need movement, like you need romance, like you need joy, like you need something different, it's weird, you only have one major arcana, and it's the Sun. And the Sun is about having a good time, feeling good, feeling joy, feeling happy. And I'm shuffling to try to get another one, but it's like, that's the message, is you're going to do whatever it takes to find a way so that everyone, I don't need 3 cards, so that everyone feels good and so that you feel good. You're going to find a way. So if it's romance you need from your partner, if it's time you need with your family, your kids, if it's adventure, if it's switching up your routine, if it is traveling, you're going to find a way to do it, and you'll be able to defend why you did it too. You know, you're down to defend it. Not another major arcana, but the Four of Wands. Home, stability, but celebration, marriage, foundation. Fours are about stable. It's connected to the Emperor card. It's about our home life. It's about where we find that security. I'm going to put it with this Four because it's yeah. You need more passion, more celebration, more commitment, or you need less structure, less redundant, you know, expectation, and you need to like liven up your life before you take off and just, like I said, go on vacation by yourself or something. You need more of this and less worry. And I'm not quite sure if you have children, if it's like you're missing your children, or if you're feeling like you got robbed. Not in a bad way. I don't mean this in a bad way, because I know that when you have a children, it's completely life-changing and it's the best. It gives you a whole new purpose for being, but your life changes regardless, and you can feel robbed of your old self. Like your old self has changed. You know, your priorities are different. You can't just freely take off with your friends on a road trip or drink alcohol and party whenever you want. You have to be careful about the decisions you make. And you have to really think about it. And for you, that's not your normal nature. If you just got married, if you just moved in with somebody, if you just started dating someone seriously, you have to think about how your communication, your actions, your goals, what you run off and do, how that's going to affect the other person, how the other person's going to take it. Are you being kind? You know, that's the difference. When we're in a relationship, we have to consider that reciprocity of feeling. You know, am I giving what I want to receive? You know, is it mutual respect? So there's lots to think about there, Sagittarius. I'm not sure which story or if any story lines up for you, but I know that you will find a way to get this sun. You'll find a way to create that loving environment, whatever that you're missing, you know, that excitement or time or emotional support that you're missing. Again, or that dreamy, less responsible, less structured, less boxed in version of life. You'll find a way to make that happen as well. If you're feeling boxed in like this woman. So there's several different scenarios, but it's super funny that the only major, the sun, and there's a child, and there's children on this one. So yeah, some of you are missing your children. Some of you are missing that innocence of not having as much responsibility, not feeling as boxed in that you used to have when you were a child. Some of you are missing kindness and romance and affection in your relationship or in your life, period, if you're single. And some of you are feeling like you need some time and some memories and some emotional enjoyment outside of your home and your family and your relationship and your children. Yeah, so anyway, I'll stop talking. I don't even know how long this video is, but I love you guys. Again, thank you so much for everything. This is actually a really beautiful reading, and please comment and tell me if that makes sense for any of you, and let me know how it goes. Let me know how you re-infuse your life with that joy and that passion and energy and stuff again. Let me know how it goes, because you guys are super creative like that, so you'll figure it out. Namaste. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.